Welcome to my first review. It's about the Philips SHP 19600, the successor of the famous SHP 19500, a well-known budget recommendation when it comes to open-back headphones for music and gaming. I'm going to talk about the design and build quality and of course comfort and sound. But before we start, I want to note that I will not show like some Hollywood level video production where you can see the headphone in 500 different angles and in 4K, but I will rather just talk and give you my honest opinion since I already paid for it. Let's start with the build quality and the design of the headphone. It's basically all plastic, but still it feels pretty sturdy, and there is like some metal reinforcement in the sliders and in the headband, so I guess it won't break easily on you, and I get the feeling that, you know, it can take a fall, but still I wouldn't try it. Design-wise, there's this really cool grill on the sides. I think it's kind of aesthetically pleasing. I do think it looks pretty cool. Just, you know, not too gamery, but also not too plain. Also, you can clip out the padded part of the headband. Yeah, let me show it. Yeah, you can clip it out on the side, and you can change the ear pads, but I didn't do it yet because I didn't have to, but you can. Also, the oval ear cups have like a little bit of swivel, and you can extend them quite a lot. Like I have it on step, I don't know if you can see it there, but I have it on like step 1, which is like a little bit, like there's a scale and I have it on 1, and you can extend it to 6. So I guess it will fit. Also, you have your usual 3.5 headphone jack, so at least not a 2.5 thingy, which nobody really needs. Talking about comfort, I think they are really damn comfortable. I also really like the cloth material they used on the ear cups and on the headband. It's pretty thick and pretty soft. Some reviewers didn't like it as much. They said it's like like scratchy and like uncomfortable on your skin, but I think they are really good, and to me it's perfectly fine. They also have some clamping force, but I actually like that. Like it's not strong or something like that, but it's there. Apparently, the predecessor, the SHP 9500, did have some problems with like falling off heads because it was so loose. You won't have this kind of problem with this one. Still, there is like an issue, although I don't know if I would call issue, but something I have to note about the comfort and clamping force, and it is that these ear cups put all the pressure like in front of them, like on the side of your face, like not in the back. It actually feels like they do this when you put them on, like this. Here is the front, you know, and it goes like together. I mean, you get used to it pretty fast, and I didn't even notice it after like the first few minutes. So again, comfort-wise, these are really good. The SHP 9600 are extremely warm-sounding headphones. There's a strong boost in mid to high bass that goes deep into the low mids. So it really depends on what sound do you like. To some people, this headphone will sound really muddy and basically like throwing a blanket over your ears. To some people, it will sound really relaxing. And you know, the benefit of having dull highs is a non-fatiguing sound. Yeah? Like you can listen to it for hours and you won't feel like, oh, I need to take a break. But to me, I really feel like this imaginary blanket is like really there and it's bothering me a lot. And just to give you an example, if you change between the DT990, which is the headphone with like really exaggerated highs, the HD599 from Sennheiser, which is veiled, but just doesn't have this sharpness in the highs, and it's not as veiled as the 9600 and the 9600. then the letter just sounds like Philip thought, yeah, the last version did not have bass and people were complaining about it, so just turn that up and be done with it. So if you're listening to like rock, metal, or basically everything with electronic guitars, it sounds kind of weird, or as if the music is behind the wall. But electronic music, like industrial or like dark electro, or basically all hard or soft 80s electro stuff, this sounds like really, really awesome. The soundstage and imaging to me felt pretty okay, but I'm not a competitive player. I could detect voices or movement like in the correct direction, though even like the bass was pretty strong, you know, the warmness coming through and it sounded a bit muddy, but it was okay. Again, to compare them with the biodynamic and Sennheiser headphones I mentioned before, like these are also like bass boosted. And for example, the HD 599 is clearly a veiled headphone, but it still does not sound like muddy or dull. And therefore, I would recommend that if you can only buy like one headphone for gaming, music, everything, then go with the HD 599. If you want something more relaxing but still clear, and go with the DT 990 if you are not bothered by highs or even prefer them. So all in all, the Philips is by no means a bad headphone. It's just that it has that really specific warm sound that keeps it, at least in my eyes, from being an all-rounder. And of course, compared to the other two headphones I mentioned, it's cheaper. Like here, it's around 80 to 90 euro, dollar, I guess. And the HT 599 and Biodynamic are like between 130 to 150. But I think that's worth it. Like, I think the other two headphones are like really a step above the SHP 9600. So, thanks for watching my review. I hope it was a little helpful. And since this is my first review that I uploaded, I would like to hear from you like what I can do better or what I missed or like basically all this stuff. So yeah, but I plan to upload more if people want to see them. Even if they don't want to see them, I will still upload more. So yeah, goodbye.